Hello everybody, Frankie Day back again on YouTube. Okay fellas, that's called back videos. So I got a special treat for you fellas. It's all three videos all one setting here. Okay guys, this video is a special video right here. During my handicap moments of not using my elbow because of arthritis, I couldn't build any of my kits like that because the stiffness on my elbow and everything. I decided to go downstairs in my finished basement and look around at my stash down below. For years on end, fellas, since I was very young, I had a habit of taking models, and because back in those days when I was very young, I didn't have the room like I have now, and so the only way I can be able to make more models and still restore the room is make a few models and put them in cardboard boxes and make sure they're nice. I built little platforms where I can lay on top of there. I glued on another shelf on the side of the cardboard, lay another shelf right there, put models there. That way they can be neatly placed in there without breakage. Makes good transportation to model shows, and for I do myself, storage. So I went down below and take a look at things around there. I came upon the box. I was going to start making some breakouts of models of builds of my past, keep that going, keep you guys entertained until I catch up some of these builds. And so guys, to my surprise, I had to pinch myself not only once but twice to see if I was seeing what I'm seeing. And this is about the first time I laid eyes on these two models since 1970. And somehow, I cannot think of the world how in heck I took these two kits and put them in a box and just boxed them up all those years. I don't know why I did that. Just I keep thanking and thanking why I done it, and on a conclusion, it come down to a good case of out of sight, out of mind. And maybe during one of my military moves or during transit, and I had to find some place to stash it. And I was only thinking that's probably the conclusion how they got there. And they were inside of a box by themselves, so I assume that's probably was the case. I just kept them there boxed up in storage for a while until I got to them at a later date, instead of putting them in my stash pile. So the topic of the video for tonight, fellas, is called Lost and Found, and two in the stash pile. Okay guys, we're going to start out with this one right here. This kit right here is a 1970 Hasegawa 1/32 scale Curtiss BF2-C Helldiver. Now this is a classic aircraft of itself in general. It's a very beautiful looking airplane. It shows the gallant age of the golden age of aviation and during the 1930s that biplanes surpassed and conquered aviation at its finest of all nationalities of all worlds. And this right here is actually the last of the Curtiss Hawk series. Now the Curtiss Hawk came out as the first one came out during 1932. Was a Curtiss P6E Hawk. It splintered a black fuselage, an olive drab fuselage with a black insignia, with a Hawk insignia on the front of the cowling, and also on the spats it had the talons of the Hawk, and the top of the wing was all yellow, chrome yellow, and the tail colors varied different colors. And that was the first of the Hawk series. And after that, the F-11C Ghost Hawk, what was the naval version, it came out back in 1934. By late 1934, it was learned through Grumman Aircraft Company that the F-3 series had splintered retractable landing gear, which landing gear folded inside the fuselage by a cranking method. Take 29 cranks to bring the landing gear up, and they knew back then when you pull the landing gear up on an airplane, it reduces drag, and it causes you to glide gracefully through the air without drag. So Curtis decided to make their last model of this caliber here, and as the retractable landing gear version. And again, the Curtis BF2-C was the last of the Hawk series, and it came out, and it was actually considered obsolete before the Second World War. By 1940, they were stricken to naval register and gave it to China, and also in India and during Burma, and all through there they were kept as fighter support. They're very successful fighters and very handsome airplanes they were. Okay, guys, we'll go take a look at the kit review of this. We'll go to the next one. You guys hang loose there, fellas. Okay, guys, here she is right here in the box right here. This is the BF2-C, and there's a Hasegawa kit. The price tag, I think I paid, it was $4 it cost. That's how much it's cost. It's $4. This is a brand new kit, guys. This is the first time I touched it and laid eyes on it in almost 50 years. And I'm very happy that I got this kit. I don't think I'll ever see one of these again. And it makes a beautiful addition to any 1/32 scale enthusiast. It might be my third entry for Clint's Go Big and Go Home group build. Okay, but moving the box, folks. Here's the kit's parts. It's all molded in kind of like a silver gray plastic. And that was traditional color plastic that she used. And all the sprues contain different parts. So it's still in the baggie, fellas. I didn't take it out. And this thing was factory sealed. As you can see, you got the canopy parts right in here. And you got a few parts that fell off the sprues. And the instructions are pretty well set forward, and they have the exploded views of the construction of the engine, cockpit interior details, color call out. It's all in Japanese, folks, because Hasegawa first came out back in the early 1970. Most of their kits were in Japanese, and as you can see here, it's all in Japanese writing. And so evidently there's English too, and down below, to not to confuse you if you don't understand the paint schedule of this thing. And also has rigging tactics. Open up the wings with an 11 blade or a small 1/1000th drill will work well. A jeweler's drill. Landing gear is optional. See, it shows it retracted or extended. And right here it gives you the color call outs for it. Different aircraft carriers: the Saratoga, the Enterprise, the Yorktown, the Lexington, all different color schedules there. And lastly, folks, right here is the decal sheet. These chevrons that fit on top of the wing signify that the wingman, and also the carrier it takes off from. And you got your different your code numbers, call out. You got your band, fits good. You get your stars. Now these decals are pretty good, folks. These decals are very, very exceptional. And like I say, guys, when you keep something locked up in a box and don't see daylight or nothing, pure darkness, for years on end, this stays about as new and crisp and as pristine as the day I bought it from the hobby shop. And I remember where I got this at. Now I got this one from the, I believe from the ship store, and I was aboard the USS Oriskany. And I think I paid $4. It was listed for $4. I got the service for $1.49. That's what it cost. And okay, the strange looking beetles, these bugs, got these little bugs walking around. I don't know what the heck they're coming from, but the things are some kind of beetles or something like that. They annoy me sometimes. I don't like them. Anyway, folks, I get back to this. This concludes right here the unboxing view of this kit, and also got one right next to it, its distant cousin. So guys, stand by right here for a couple of seconds. I'll be back and we'll tune in to me, and I'll discuss this kit too, folks. Here's another one here, folks. There's two of them. 1/32 scale. This is the first release of the 1/32 scale Hasegawa kits. I paid $1.49 for this. The box end labels $4. That's how much it cost back in 1970. And this thing is mint condition. It's just like my BF2-C. When I saw these two kits in that box, fellas, I kid you not, I was really astounded. And I was really very, very happy because I don't think I'll ever see these two kits again. And this is a very excellent kit, guys. Because I tell you one thing, it was like Christmas to me when I found these kits out of the box right there. I opened them up, I said, my God, I got time treasures right here I haven't seen in years. And I was a very, 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 very young man when I got this. So we'll take out the box lid and we'll discuss the kit a little bit here. Here's the instructions of the kit itself, and it's very ancient because it's an old kit. It has the sprue trees, the parts list of all the parts and such. These got pictures of the actual model being built, photographed. Again, it's in Japanese and English too combined, and it has the color call-outs, everything, the details of the engine itself and everything. And right here, don't give you a color chart of the color call-outs, but it tells you right here its description of the color markings, what carrier it comes from, the top hats, the Red Reapers, and also the Eagle. And the decals are very, very still, very pristine, and they're thick on the thick side, fellas. For 1970, they're very thick, very thick. And I opened up the kit just to look at it because I got really excited. And here's a fuselage. It's molded in gray and silver plastic. This is a very high detail kit, fellas. And believe it or not, this is a technology and tooling of 1970. Look at the insides of the interior of this. With a good wash inside there like that, that'll bring that baby out real good. Who needs photo etch? And the same thing retains on the left side of the fuselage section here. And it just goes on and on, folks. I mean, this is a very beautiful kit, and like I say, guys, there's no flash in this all because this is the first release of the kit. And when you get a first kit, when the kit comes out, when its first year it was released, it's flash free. There's no flash on this thing, folks. The only thing on there that needs to be trimmed is the burrs from the parts that are removed from the trees itself. Now the only piss poor part about it is these pilots right here. Now you take a look at the pilot right here. We'll zoom in a little bit. You can see the pilots right here. They're not very handsome. They're not very well detailed, so I'm going to leave the pilots out of this. I know that Panzerville loves pilots there, but I'm going to take all my pilots. I got a special box over here I keep my pilots and crew figures in, so I'm going to stick them up and put them in the box, but not just yet. Anyway, guys, the fuselage section parts and the engine parts in general are all molded in gray plastic. Now, the pilot seat's molded in silver plastic. Of course, these screws here has the wings and everything. It's all in silver, and it's got these little holes right here. You can open up right here with a 1,000th drill. You run wire. Instead of using monofilament down there, I had to suggest using stainless steel or aluminum wire. Take some wire, take 2 pair of pliers and stretch it out. Use dividers for your measuring, and you're all set, fellas. And that makes rigging a joy to do, and it makes it fun to do, and you'll be building more biplanes. Okay, guys, this kind of completes the special treat for you guys. This is called Lost and Found, and 2 more for the stash pile. And so these will be added to my stash. We'll get back to me and we'll finish up the video. Hang loose, boys.